All right, where was it? So contact management system. Use whatever you use now. I really would. Brian was using something, and then he sold this product to financial planners over the past 2 years. And what was your closure rate? 13%?
I was closer to 15% of the ones that I actually got to talk to.
Okay, so I mean, 15% of the people we talk to. If we have a 15% closure rate, you get 15 clients for every 100 people you talk to. It's kind of nice, right?
And that seems like what it's panning out.
I think it will be.
Pan out to be.
He used an Excel spreadsheet at one point. You just started.
That's all I've used.
Yeah, so an Excel spreadsheet. Some are going to use a contact management system. Some are going to use your iPhone. Nowadays, I just put all my appointments in my iPhone. It syncs up with Outlook, syncs up with my computer, my wife, my kids, my whatever, and I just put my stuff in there. I used to use ACT for 25 years as a stockbroker, and I own a mortgage and real estate company. I used ACT religiously, 365 days a year for like 25 years. I don't use it anymore. It's just, we're in too fast of a world, in my opinion. So I just use Infusionsoft to do all those drips and automated stuff, and I don't worry about it. And then just all my appointments, I follow up with you guys. No, I don't miss a beat. I answer all your texts, all your emails, all your stuff, and I just stay,
So if you're entering your clients or potential clients in Infusionsoft, is there a way you can go back into Infusionsoft and see what all you've entered?
Yeah, that's what we're saying. I can get you admin, so have your own username and
Oh,
password.
that's the I'm sorry, I was busting it out.
Yeah, oh yeah, admin. So I have to pay $50 a month for every admin, and maybe I can buy a bundle from them and get a discount for Shamrose like that. So yeah, you can get an admin and you can go in, and you could use it as a contact management system, and you could put notes in there and do all that. If you want to do that and you're going to do it, I'll commit to it. I'll pay for you. It's a learning curve like that. I'll warn you. It's not intuitive and user friendly, but there's a zillion videos and
It's a database.
yeah, you'll be able to figure it out. And I don't mean this to be mean. There's people in the room, and you know who you are, and you can raise your hand or not raise your hand. Infusionsoft would crush your mind. And I'm not going to look at anybody, yeah, but there are people in here that it would destroy them. I'm sorry, it would. So don't do that to yourself. Just put your schedule, whatever is good for you. So I don't know if that answers your question or not. People are going to use ACT, Goldmine.
No, I have my own, but I was just going to ask for all here. One prospect the other day, I was looking at trackers like Google Sheets. It's something that you can share. But, entering that stuff slows me down a little bit, putting it into my CRM. Because I was putting it into my own CRM. Because I didn't know we were supposed to start on this yet. So
Yeah.
I was kind of getting it all ready. And then I wanted to shoot out the direct mails using what I had. So I wasn't sure how to do that system. So I was wanting to do my drip before it got in there.
Okay.
Before I prospect put it in Infusion. So if someone has a great Google Sheet or, because I was thinking like a lead tracker.
Yeah.
So the lead tracker is for your top 1,000 or your targets. And then as you are getting them turned into former leads or prospects, then you put them into the Infusionsoft. And so I'm trying to think of a better management way to keep track.
I'll tell you what it is. It's a thumbtack and it's a piece of paper. I'm not
I
kidding.
know.
Just write stuff down and plop it on the wall.
People are interested
Oh,
in
man.
you don't have to Jim really did the answer to the question just a second ago.
Simple.
Like everybody does their own thing.
Yeah.
It's just a new
That's my system.
Here's the fun part. I'm really, really techie savvy. I am. I'm cutting edge. I'm an Insu guy. I've never heard of Google, whatever you just said.
It's like Gmail, Google, and those little checkered door on the right. You heard of Google Docs?
I never heard of it, and I know. Well, Google Docs. Is that what you
Same
call
thing,
it? Okay,
except
Google
Google
Docs.
Sheets is like Excel, but it's on Google, and then it syncs to all your things. That way you don't have to be opening your computer for Excel.
If it works for you, great, use it. How I'm going to work with you guys. So Denise sends me an email or a call or what have you and says, hey, we got Bill Thompson at 1 o'clock. Here's some notes about it. Great. In my iPhone, just in my old archaic notes, just the notes section, I have every one of your names, right? And right under it, I'm going to put Bill Thompson, or whatever the guy's name was, under Denise's name. So I know that's her guy. Because when I get leads in, they come flowing in and I'm dispersing them out to you guys. I'm not perfect. I try to be, but if Brian could attest to you, or Tony could attest, it to him. I get on the plane, turn my phone off, do my own little thing. I land, bing, 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 bing. Another sales exec had that prospect. And now Tony just closed it, and said person is wanting me dead, right? It happens. What I will do is make it up to you. Somebody steals a deal or something happens bad, I will pound you with leads and get you a deal to replace.
I would say steal it.
No, no, no. No, you didn't steal. It wasn't your fault. This guy, right? I screwed up. I was hot and heavy. I was passionate. I was at, bad decisions were made, right? And I sent it to you, and we went with it, and we did it. So I'll make it up to you. That's all the good news, right? So that we kind of cover all that. Use what database you want. Here's the other last part to that question. Now that you know that Infusionsoft, you're going to be texting, emailing, mailing, snail mailing, faxing, whatever we can to bombard that prospect for you and already yours. Hopefully, it kind of takes some stress off of your system, knowing you don't have to do all that, but you're going to want to follow up with them.
But I spend a lot of time inputting all that stuff into my, like I got all their phone and I have all my webs and
Yeah.
so I was getting it all set up.
Perfect.
Push the Facebook push, but I may have wasted a lot of time with this company.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Any work you do, any magazines, any group books, I think it all pays off.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You're not gonna have this magazine that I've got. Just how it works, right? There's 1.2 million if you just get the top 20% real estate. That's 30,000 for 40 sales each.
Yeah.
We can
How long would it take to
those.
call all those people?
I don't know.
12 hours to call.
I plan to be retired by the time that happens.
I mean, that's the other realistic. I mean, and guys, I was hustling. This wasn't like you make a call and get some coffee and make another call. I mean, so 6 hours, 50 calls.
And Brian and I were talking about it last night. He said I took Brett Tanner, who sells 100, 150, $200 million worth of real estate, sells like 1,300 homes a year. Who's got his real estate agents? He said it's all about the numbers. He's ridiculous. He's psychotic. He really is about tracking his numbers. And his agents come in every morning, and they got to shut up between 9 and noon. You're on the phone smiling and dialing. And so Brian said, Jim, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Brett's advice, and I'm going to smile and dial from 9 to noon, because when I'm going to catch people. And in the afternoon, they're busy and they're showing people homes and they're doing all that stuff, and they've got involved with their day and everything's blowing up on them. Their wife, their husband, their kid, whatever's all going on, right?
Mhm.
So I forgot what your numbers were. You said you're going to make, you wanted to contact 15 people or?
Yeah, so what I learned with the financial advisors is they would be very interested, and I would be very excited to share with them information. They would ask question after question. Even Steven would do this too when we get on the phone, because they're so hard to get a hold of to begin with that once you do, you really want to, tell them everything or whatever. The problem is, as soon as you hang up 45 minutes later and you go to call them 2 days later, they look at the caller ID and they see a 45-minute commitment. So you don't want to do that. You're actually self-sabotaging yourself by doing that. So my goal then is to only to make no more than 5-minute calls. So in 1 hour for 3 hours, so 36 calls. I just want to get them to the website, serve them up a nice soft volleyball. If they want to bounce it around, bump set, spike, and come back to me, great. But if they don't look at anything, I got to move on. I've already served them the volleyball. I got to move on. And then we were just talking. What happens is if you spend even half of your efforts chasing that 0.5%, so I closed about 15% that I got to talk to, 0.5% of those, so of the 15% came in, a week, 2 weeks, up to a month later. You either get them or you don't, pretty much. So don't worry about all your CRMs and taking detailed notes and really dripping on them and doing all these different things. They've basically told you no in the first day or two by how much they're going to go to the automated platform. And that said, we want to demonstrate to them the actual system. So let the system sell the system. We want to demonstrate that if they go to the system and they dig in and they do a few things, we follow up with them right away to show that, hey, this thing works. I noticed you watch this, and this. How can I help you? Let's go to the next level. Let's get on with
agree
Jim.
with Brian more, because I have physically not talked to anybody, and I don't want to talk to anybody unless I know that they're so high that I really don't. Because I'm a blockhead. I'm a blue collar guy.
statistics. I had loan officers working for me, realtors working for me, 1,200 loan officers there. The guys and gals maybe weren't the smartest people in
Is
the branch.
everybody good on
They just
social
stayed up.
media? Like,
Yeah.
that's,
I have a question on that aspect because I really want to know how am I going to track if they're watching? How do I?
They send you an email.
The system
They
does it.
send you an
The
email
system
every
does it.
time.
You get an email.
So
If I
guys,
send them my first I want to send them that link you sent me, but how is that link going to link to me?
great question. So we'll cover that real quick. I know there's still questions hanging out there. If you guys know that video link where they watch Brett's video is just 1/8 of what's going to be on your website. Everybody hear that? I want to make sure that's clear. When your website comes out, it's going to be, like the video up there of Brett, and then it's going to have 6 or 7 other boxes. So it's going to have Brett's video on there to play. It's going to have what is the ultimate real estate sales system. How do I use it? How do I know it'll work for me? The testimonials video that you guys have seen, the features and price list, and I'm missing one. And then I recently talked Steven into having another button down at the right end of the screen called Shock and Awe or something of that nature, that every single one of pages of the 3 reports, now there's an answer coming here, every single one of the 3 reports is like 487 pages, and then we got 60 pages of interesting facts. We're going to have a button that they click on